This story is part of My Cats Around the World series. If you enjoy delightful tales of adventurous kitties, please consider supporting the channel. Your support allows me to bring these stories to life and share them with fellow cat lovers worldwide. Thank you for your support. Now let us dive into the heartwarming tale of a special orange tabby cat who embarked on a life-changing adventure. Chapter 1. The journey begins. Whiskers, a delightfully chubby orange tabby, with fur as fluffy as cotton candy, wiggled his pink nose as he stepped off the pet transport carrier at the Baton Rouge Metropolitan Airport. His amber eyes sparkled with curiosity as he took in the humid Louisiana air. So different from his quiet village home. The late afternoon sun cast golden rays through his magnificent orange coat, making each stripe shimmer like burnished copper. "Well, Whiskers," he purred to himself, his whiskers twitching with excitement. Time to explore the red stick. His first stop was the historic Spanish town, where Victorian houses lined the streets like pastel jewelry boxers. Whiskers patted down the brick sidewalks, his fluffy tail swishing with delight as he discovered hidden courtyards filled with blooming jasmine. An elderly woman named Miss Evangeline, sitting on her wraparound porch, spotted the charming visitor. "My star, aren't you just the most precious thing?" she cooed, offering him a saucer of fresh cream.
Whiskers' expressive green eyes crinkled with joy as he lapped up the treat, his purr rumbling like a tiny motor.
Chapter 2. Riverside Discoveries. Dawn broke over the Mississippi River, painting the water in shades of rose and gold. Whiskers had spent the night curled up in Miss Evangeline's garden shed with permission. Of course! And now he was ready for riverside adventures. At the Baton Rouge River Center, Whiskers discovered the joy of watching barges lumber down the mighty Mississippi. His chubby form perched perfectly on the observation deck railing, tail wrapped around his paws like a fuzzy orange scarf. A little girl named Lucy spotted him and gasped with delight. "Mama, look at the beautiful kitty!" she squealed. Whiskers posed regally, his expressive face tilting just so in the morning light. The cinematic quality of the riverside scene, with Spanish moss draping ancient oak trees and the river flowing like liquid silver, made him feel like the star of his own adventure movie. Later, he explored the USS Kidd, though he decided the Naval Museum was better admired from the dock. Too many stairs for a cat of his substantial build. Chapter 3. Garden District Glamour. The third day found Whiskers in the elegant garden district, where magnolia trees created natural cathedrals of shade. His fluffy orange coat stood out magnificently against the deep green foliage as he explored Magnolia Mound Plantation. In the Heritage Gardens, Whiskers discovered a wonderland of scents and textures. He rolled luxuriously in a patch of soft moss, his chubby belly exposed to the dappled sunlight filtering through the canopy above. A photographer capturing the historic site couldn't resist taking a few shots of the photogenic feline. "You're a natural model, buddy!" The photographer chuckled as Whiskers struck another pose, this time sitting sphinx-like beside a blooming camellia bush. That evening, Whiskers found himself the guest of honor at a small garden party hosted by the local Cat Lovers Society. They'd heard about the visiting celebrity through Miss Evangeline's network of friends. Surrounded by admirers, Whiskers held court on a velvet cushion, his expressive amber eyes twinkling with contentment as gentle hands stroked his ultra-detailed fur. Chapter 4. Downtown Adventures. Downtown Baton Rouge buzzed with energy as Whiskers explored the urban landscape. The Louisiana State Capitol building towered above him like a concrete mountain.
But the observant cat was more interested in the food trucks gathering for lunch service.
His keen nose led him to a food truck serving authentic Cajun cuisine. The owner, Big Jim, took one look at the charming orange visitor and melted. "Well, you're about the cutest thing I've seen all week." Big Jim laughed, his voice booming with warmth. He offered Whiskers a tiny taste of perfectly seasoned fish, which the grateful cat accepted with dignified grace. Word spread quickly through social media about the downtown Baton Rouge cat celebrity, and soon, a small crowd gathered to meet Whiskers. He handled his fame with typical feline composure, allowing photos while maintaining an air of regal aloofness that only made him more endearing. Chapter 5. Cultural immersion. The Louisiana Art and Science Museum became Whiskers' cultural destination for Day 5. While cats weren't typically allowed inside, the museum staff made an exception for their famous visitor, providing him with a special emotional support animal vest for the day. Whiskers padded through the galleries with wide, wonder-filled eyes, his fluffy form creating quite a stir among visitors. In the Ancient Egypt exhibit, he seemed particularly fascinated by the cat mummies, sitting perfectly still as if paying respects to his ancient ancestors.
The planetarium show proved less successful. Whiskers decided that lying in a dark room looking up wasn't his cup of milk,
and politely excused himself to nap in a sunny spot by the gift shop. That evening, he attended a jazz performance in the museum's courtyard. The smooth sounds of saxophone and trumpet seemed to entrance him, and he swayed gently to the rhythm, his expressive face radiating pure bliss. Chapter 6. Swamp exploration. No Louisiana adventure would be complete without experiencing the bayou. Whiskers joined a gentle swamp tour, riding in style on a special cat-safe platform built just for him by the tour company. Word of his visit had spread far and wide. The mysterious beauty of the Atchafalaya Basin captivated the Orange explorer. Spanish moss hung like ethereal curtains, and cypress trees rose from dark waters like ancient sentinels. Whiskers' eyes grew round with wonder as he spotted herons, turtles, and even a distant alligator. That big fella looks like he could use a diet too, Whiskers purred to himself, patting his own well-rounded belly with a paw. A family of raccoons watched curiously from a fallen log as the boat drifted past, and Whiskers exchanged a respectful nod with his fellow masked bandits of the animal kingdom. The cinematic lighting of the swamp, all golden shafts of sunlight and mysterious shadows, made him feel like he was starring in a nature documentary. Chapter 7. Farewell festivities. Whiskers' final day in Baton Rouge dawned bright and beautiful. The local community had organized a farewell celebration in City Park, complete with a Whiskers Appreciation Festival. Children lined up for photos with the celebrity cat, who obligingly posed with his most expressive face, eyes bright with intelligence and whiskers twitching with amusement. Local artists had even created portraits of him, capturing his fluffy orange magnificence in various mediums. The mayor presented Whiskers with an honorary key to the city, though the practical cat was more interested in the gourmet cat treats that came with it. A local bakery had even created Whiskers cookies, orange frosted treats in the shape of cats. As the sun began to set over the red stick, painting the sky in brilliant oranges that matched his coat, Whiskers sat one final time on the riverbank. His adventure had transformed him from a simple village cat into a beloved ambassador of feline charm. Miss Evangeline arrived to take him back to her house for his final night, tears in her eyes. "You've brought so much joy to our city, sweet boy," she whispered, scratching behind his ears in just the right spot. Whiskers purred deeply, his expressive face radiating contentment. Tomorrow, he would return to his quiet village, but he would carry the warmth of Baton Rouge hospitality in his heart forever. And somewhere in Louisiana, a whole city would remember the week when a chubby, fluffy, utterly charming orange tabby cat reminded them that magic can be found in the most unexpected places. As he settled into Miss Evangeline's lap for the last time, watching fireflies dance over the Mississippi River, Whiskers knew this was just the beginning of his adventures. After all, the world was full of cities waiting to fall in love with one very special orange tabby cat. Epilogue. 6 months later, Whiskers received hundreds of letters from his Baton Rouge friends, along with an invitation to be the Grand Marshal of the annual Louisiana Cat Festival. Some adventures, it seems, are just the beginning of beautiful friendships. Thank you for joining Whiskers on his unforgettable journey through Baton Rouge. If you enjoyed this tale, please show your support. Your encouragement means the world to me and allows me to continue sharing delightful stories with you and fellow cat lovers worldwide. Until next time, happy adventuring with your Whiskers and Paws.